Oh yeah! I'm looking for Sarakana. Okay, so what was your guys' favorite moment from the last chapter of One Piece? It's okay. It was a really exciting chapter. Not everybody has to have the same favorite moment as I have, but what was your favorite moment? My favorite moment was easily when Frankie drove in on his motorcycle and ran over Big Mom's face. My second favorite moment, close behind my first, is the moment where Frankie drove in on the FRU-4 and ran over Big Mom's face. But it's also, you can't just overlook the moment where Frankie and Brook drove in on the FRU-4 and ran over Big Mom's face. That also is a contender. Okay, so she's a damn Yonko! Big Mom, Charlotte Linlin! I've ruled over Totland for 60 years! Mama! Actually, it's not been 60 years because she was on Rox's crew. I've ruled over Totland for 30-odd years or so! Mama! I am a Yonko! I command the powers of electricity and fire at my will! Vroom! I got a Harley Davidson, Big Mom! You know, and that's all Frankie needed. God! Oh, now look, like, I don't think it's gonna cause any serious damage to her or anything. We've seen how durable Big Mom is. I did a whole video a couple months back about Big Mom's body, you know, so we all know how durable it is, and even Beiji said, or I think it was Sanji that said, you know, like, she's like a damn iron balloon. How you gonna manage to break that? And, you know, Beiji, of course, had to lay out, like, only under certain circumstances can she be injured and stuff. That doesn't mean you can't attack her. You know, like, remember when Big Mom was in the middle of her hunger pang and she was stomping through the seducing woods, and then Nami and Zeus used that combo attack to, like, boom, you know, strike electricity right down on her, and that giant hole opened up. Like, Nami hit her. She hit her square on. It's just that didn't really do much damage to her, right? Other than just, like, mildly encumber her for a bit. So that's probably going to be the same deal here with Frankie. But I love the balls on this man, right? I saw a comment in the last review. It was hilarious. It's like, well, I guess Frankie made a new modification to his cyborg body. 2 massive giant titanium adamantine balls, you know, because damn, you know, I still think that's actually what went down literally, not the giant balls part. I mean, maybe, I don't know, but, you know, Frankie and Brook, they were, like, planning this out a bit. Like, they could have arrived earlier, but they were parked outside the hall, and they were waiting for, because that timing was so damn spot on. Like, we're gonna wait for the moment when everything kind of looks like it's going south. Like, who knows, maybe Luffy and Nami and Carrot and everybody can kind of handle it. But if it's looking like they're in trouble and they're about to get taken out, that's when we rev it up, Brook, and they burst into the hall at that exact moment. They planned it all out, you know, with Brook being like, activate soul sensor, and Frankie starts singing the song. I originally thought it was Brook singing the song because obviously he's the musician, but no, they swapped roles. That's how in sync these two are. These guys are more in sync than in sync. Does anyone remember NSYNC from that was like the big thing back? I know people probably remember NSYNC. I never listened to NSYNC. I had some friends that were into NSYNC. I don't even know any of the members of NSYNC. Josh was a member of NSYNC. I don't know. But my point is, they're really in sync, right? Okay. So, I don't think Big Mom is going to be injured in the slightest. She got run over, and she fell backwards, so Frankie at least did that much. Like, that's pretty good, right? Now, you might say, well, is that really comparable? Because remember that one time, like, Luffy went right at Big Mom using Haki? I think it was Gear 4th. He was using Gear 4th Kong Gun, and Big Mom just armamented up her, like, arm, and they, like, clashed, and, like, that was all that really happened. You know, Big Mom didn't get knocked back. But I will say, like, there's very different between those two scenes. Like, in that one scene, Luffy went Gear 4th and, like, charged straight at Big Mom. Like, Big Mom saw Luffy coming, like, right at her, and she had time to, like, alright, armament, bam, you know, and so she saw it coming, right? This was something where she was very distracted, with Zeus, you know, and everything. Nami steals Zeus back again, and then she sucks Zeus back, and she's about to do the lightning bolt. She's focusing more on the lightning bolt to attack Nami, and, you know, it's chaos throughout the entire hall. So I think that explains at least how Frankie and Brook could get the drop on Big Mom, because observation hockey or not, the last thing you are expecting is a damn motorcycle being driven by a cyborg and a freaking skeleton to run you over. You could have Katakuri levels of future sight, and he still wouldn't be able to comprehend that. Imagine if Katakuri was there in the hall, and he was helping Big Mom out, and, you know, Big Mom's like, oh, Straw Hat, you ruined everything! And then she takes Zeus back, and then Katakuri's just there, and he's like, boom! She's like, wait a second, Big Mom, let me check the future. What the fuck? You know, it just, there'd be like 5 seconds of just, I could see the future, but this doesn't make any sense, right? It would be like, wait a second, there is a motorcycle and a cyborg and a skeleton about to run you. That can't be right. This future sight has to be broken. I'm on the wrong channel or something. Wires getting crossed in here, right? There has to be something up with that. So, yeah, I think Big Mom's, though, next chapter, if we continue where we're at right now, if we don't go back up to the dome or whatever, Big Mom is just going to get back up. She's going to be really annoyed. She's probably going to have, like, a tire track right down the middle of her face. You know, she's going to be all scuffed up or whatever. She's really not going to be injured in any major way, though. And she's just going to pull her attention, like, who was that? And obviously, she'll be able to recognize Brook because Brook and Big Mom fought. That was, like Brook's shining moment back in Totland where Brook went one-on-one against a Yonko. Alright, so that's not the first time that a Straw Hat has done that with a Yonko other than Luffy. I mean, Brook went up against Big Mom basically 1 versus 4 because she also had Napoleon, Zeus, and Prometheus with her, right? So that was pretty damn cool, right? So she'll recognize Soul King. She has no idea who Frankie is other than just like wanted posters and stuff. So that's gonna be damn cool though. That's gonna be awesome. Now, I started thinking about this, you know, people started like, well, is it gonna, are we just gonna have Brook and Frankie fight Big Mom now? And I started thinking like, well, okay, you gotta think of it this way. Luffy's still there. He's in the hallway. Nami's there. She's a little bit distraught right now because she lost Zeus. I don't know if in the chaos because Brook actually sliced Zeus right down the middle. Same thing he did last time in Totland. So I don't know if that means that, like, he's gonna go back to being a little tiny little cloud and then just kind of float back over to Nami and be like, Nami, I'm so sorry. Can we get back together? You ruined my... Okay, I guess maybe. I can't be mad at you, Zeus-chan. And maybe they'll reconcile, right? That'll be a cool moment. I don't want them to be broken up forever. That's the One Piece power couple right there, I guess. I don't know. You know, and also, it's nice to just have Nami as, like, the power-up for her, right? You know, just have the Zeus power-up, because I think she kind of needs it, right? Yeah, she needs something, like, she needs to bust out the big guns, right? So, you got Nami there, you got Carrot there, she's still in the hallway. Frankie and Brook have just arrived, of course. Usopp and Chopper are on their way. They're on the, and actually, that would work great, because the FRU-4 is there now, and if Usopp and Chopper arrive in the hall to also try to, everybody's kind of trying to find and rescue Momonosuke. That's why all the Straw Hats are kind of making their way toward the hall, right? So they're in the Brachio Tank 5 running, so they could arrive next chapter, and then Frankie could form the Frankie Shogun, which would be cool, but I would also go along with the idea I had in the review, where the FRU-4 just transforms into the giant, mighty robot arms, and then Frankie just combines with the robot arms, and so he's like four-armed Machamp Goro Frankie, and he just wrestles with Big Mom that way, as Brook gives, like, musical support in the back. Bard song! And then Frankie gets, like, a bonus to that or something. I don't know. But, you know, you got Usopp and Chopper also coming. Robin and Jinbei are already there. You know, they're already in the hallway. We just haven't really seen much of them, but they're probably doing other stuff. They're probably dealing with crowd control a little bit, all right? Zoro is somewhere else in Onigashima. He was fighting against some gifters, but he could also pop in. Sanji's in the hallway now, although he is... Okay, it looked like it was setting up a fight between Sanji and King, but we don't know how Oda's gonna do it. I mean, I would love to see Sanji fight King. I would genuinely love that, just by himself, or we get maybe Sanji and Zoro fighting King together. That would be really cool, but who knows? We could also have a scene where, like, I don't know, King blasts Sanji into the wall, and then King pops out, and he's like, alright, he's dead, and then King might move on to something else, and then Sanji climbs out of the rubble like, whoa, I almost died there, right? And then, like, the fight might be postponed, or King might go off and do something else. But I really hope it is just King versus Sanji, so they might be just dealing with that. Let's see, who else? Yeah, Zoro, he's gone right now. He might pop in. Yeah, I think other than that, though, I think pretty much all the Straw Hats are gathered right there in the hall, you know? Yeah, they're almost all in the hall, except for Zoro. They're all, and Usopp and Chopper are on their way. They're all pretty much there, right? So what I'm basically thinking here is that you might actually get a scene where all the Straw Hats, not just Frankie and Brook and Luffy and Nami, all the Straw Hats might team up and go on Big Mom detail here. So Kaido is up at top of the dome, the Scabbards are dealing with him, all the Minks are dealing with him, and Jack and everybody upstairs on the roof. Big Mom's downstairs. Luffy even said last chapter, it's just like, man, I want nothing more than to go up to the roof and you know, fight Kaido alongside Kinemon and everybody. But if I just go up there now, if I just like Gomu Gomu no Rocket up to the dome, something very easy, or Luffy could go Gear 4th and just like basically moonwalk up to the dome, he could do that. But unfortunately, Big Mom would chase right after him. So we have to deal with Big Mom first before Luffy could actually start fighting Kaido. So here's what I'm thinking might actually happen, and this might fit back in with Zoro getting lost too. Like, Zoro might be on his way to the festival hall right now, but you know Zoro, right? We have no idea what's up with Kid and Law, where they're exactly located in Onigashima right now, where their respective crews are. But here's what I think is going to happen, okay? We're going to get pretty much all the Straw Hats in the hallway, like Usopp and Chopper are going to arrive next chapter, and then they're all going to fight against Big Mom. So we're going to have and then Robin and Jinbei as well. They're going to all fight against Big Mom, and we're going to have a really cool scene where they're dealing with her, and then there might be a moment where, like, Luffy's like, okay, can I leave her to you guys? Because, sorry, Barry, can I leave her to you guys? I want to go deal with Kaido. All right, and so the Straw Hats, of course, would be like, yeah, Luffy, you go deal with Kaido, you go help out the Scabbards. And then Luffy's like, thank you. And then he, you know, Gomu Gomu no rockets up to the freaking roof. Meanwhile, you have most of the Straw Hats dealing with Big Mom directly. Now, that would be pretty damn cool because, you know, a big chunk of the Straw Hats were not present at Totland. It would be cool to see how Frankie and his cyborg equipment, his tactical gear, would face off against Big Mom, right? How would a Frankie Shogun laser point blank in Big Mom's face? How would that go down? Would it result in at least like a bloody nose or something? You know, Frankie just like, this is the Gao cannon on land. BAM! Just... I think it would do more than just like singe Big Mom's hair. I think that would, if it was point blank right in her, like, not even in her face, but like they do something like Jinbei did. Like Jinbei did the vagabond drill, like right in Big Mom's rolls, like, you know, like that did something. Jinbei pushed her back quite a ways when he did that on the ship, right? So Jinbei will be there. He could do that again. There's a nice little stream of water running through the festival hall, so he could utilize that with his fishman karate. You can have Robin, you know, make these giant hands to like hold down Big Mom, or at least restrain her, like the giant like Mille Fleur hands, just grab Big Mom really quick to at least keep her in one place, and then Frankie launches an attack, Brook launches an attack. Like I said, Sanji, with Zoro showing up, I can either see this two different ways, maybe three. I could see Luffy arriving at the dome as like, all right, Kaido, bring it on, and then Zoro also arrives at the dome, getting lost, because he's Zoro, and he's like, oh man, I was trying to find the festival hall, but I somehow ended up on the roof. Typical Zoro move. And then Luffy and Zoro could help out the Scabbards and go up against Kaido, which that would be really cool to see. Or Zoro could arrive in the festival hall, and at that point, it could, like, deviate. It could be like, oh, Sanji's there fighting against King. Maybe Zoro and Sanji are going to fight together, get over their bitter rivalry, and deal with King. Because even at that moment, maybe Sanji might have to admit, like, yeah, this guy's really strong. This dinosaur pteranodon, you know, BDSM dude, you know, this guy's really, really powerful. I'm going to need your help here, damn moss head. I don't like to admit it, but I'm going to need your help. And Zoro's like, yeah, whatever. I'm not really a fan of fighting with you either, but I guess in this one particular instance, we should put our differences aside and deal with this. They might even make it a competition. Like, all right, but whoever gets the killing blow on the giant dinosaur, man, I'm like, I'm a pterosaur. Shut up. You know, you don't get to decide. You're a dinosaur, all right? Everybody else here is a dinosaur or a dragon. You're a dinosaur, all right? It's like whoever gets the killing blow on the dinosaur man, you know, wins the contest. And then, like, so Zoro and Sanji working together in that regard, like their hunting contest they did at Little Garden. That would be interesting to see. Or it could be like, you know, King thinks Sanji's dead, or he knocks him out very briefly or something, and then King just gets up and goes away. And then Zoro and Sanji they all help the other Straw Hats fight against Big Mom. I mean, that would be cool to see most of them fighting against Big Mom all together in one crew, like a serious threat, because we saw part of the crew clash with a Emperor last arc, but it would be really cool. Like, I kind of want to see how the Straw Hats can match up, you know? All 10 members together in one place, working together versus a Yonko. How would that go? Working together in perfect unison. They might actually be able to pull it off because, remember, I mean, I think, yeah, Kaido in terms of sheer raw physical strength and battle power and endurance and durability and all that stuff is higher than Big Mom. But it's not by much. It's not like, Kaido's all the way up here, Big Mom's down here. It's more comparable, okay? And even last chapter, you had the other samurai that were like, who is this, old woman? And it's like, oh, that's Big Mom. She's kind of like in the same league as Kaido. It's like, oh, that's terrifying. Oh, is that all? She's terrifying. Okay, I get it. Same league as Kaido. Yeah, we're so screwed here. So obviously, Luffy cannot fight against Kaido one-on-one. That's not going to go down. And obviously, Luffy cannot fight against Big Mom one-on-one either. But, Luffy does now have his Ryuo. Big Mom might actually be a really good attempt to, test that out. Big Mom Luffy might use his Ryuo to break through Big Mom's defenses, opening up an opening, so the other Straw Hats can attack her and injure her. And Luffy's going to have to fight Kaido. That's kind of the whole point of this arc. It's Wano. It's like Luffy wants to get a rematch with Kaido. So Luffy's not going to probably fight Big Mom longer than he absolutely needs to, but he might get out a serious big, here, Ryuo, Big Mom, BAM! And that might shatter her defenses and render her vulnerable for a moment, and then the Straw Hats jump on her, and then Luffy's like, I gotta go fight Kaido, and they're like, you go, Frankie's like, yeah, Luffy, you go, super, kick his dragon ass. I'm like, thanks, guys. And then, or you could have Yamato could tag in, Luffy tags in Yamato, like, all right, I gotta go fight Kaido, Yamato's gonna help you out. By the way, Yamato's also, this is Kozuki Oden, say hi, Kozuki Oden, hi, everybody, okay, cool, great, I gotta go, bye, guys, come on, no rocket, it's like, okay, all right, fine, whatever, yeah, let's do this, Kozuki Oden, let's fight. And, yeah, I kind of just really want to see the Straw Hats fighting together as one unit. They already did that earlier in the invasion, when they took out that fortress at the mouth of Onigashima of the bay, but that was off screen for the most part, and that was also just a bunch of random beast pirates. That wasn't anything major. I want to see the full power of the Straw Hat crew going up against a Yonko. We thought it was going to be Kaido in this arc, but we kind of keep forgetting Big Mom is also present, alright? We don't forget that Big Mom's there. Obviously, it's a big deal she is there. It's just, this arc is Wano. It's more about Kaido. Like Big Mom, you already had your story arc. What are you still doing here, right? So, yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? All 10 Straw Hats working together, full power, against Big Mom. Do you think they could succeed in actually taking her down? Yes or no? Or maybe followed by a 300-page analysis, because that's also probably the most fair thing to do in that. Well, it depends. It depends. We're gonna have to do, there's a lot of maybes involved here. Does Sanji make a wedding cake? That's also a big, that's a big tactical thing there. Does Nami get Zeus back? Does Frankie have the Frankie Shogun? Can he get a shot out like a laser right at Big Mom? Does Big Mom believe Usopp's lies? Big Mom has never dealt with Usopp yet. Alright, so we could have a moment where Big Mom is brawling with all the Straw Hats, and then freaking Usopp shows up, and he comes up with a crazy lie of just like, well, you see, I am God Usopp. I am the ruler of these oceans, and I can crush you with a one mighty weapon. I have the ancient weapon Pluton right here in my mighty satchel. And Big Mom might, who knows, Big Mom might be like, what? Mama. And then Usopp pulls out his mighty rubber band of doom, and like, ha-ha! And then Big Mom's like, eh! And then she actually flinches for a moment, which gives ample time for Frankie to just be like, good job, Usopp. BAM! So, yeah, that would be something cool, right? Yeah, Frankie strikes a 68-year-old elderly woman. Yeah, that would be fair, right? Okay. But yeah, you know what? The way this is breaking down, and if you really take a glance at where all the Straw Hats are positioned in the fortress, all the Straw Hats against Big Mom, that's a lot more realistic than I originally thought just in the last chapter, actually thinking about, because they're all heading to the area where Momo is. Momo apparently got away, too. Shinobu grabbed him, and she apparently sailed off with her ninja kite. So hopefully she'll go somewhere and maybe set him down somewhere safe, or just honestly, Shinobu, you could be useful in this battle. You got the mature fruit and everything, and you got ninja skills. But honestly, Shinobu, I think it would probably be better off for you if you just kind of managed to get off of Onigashima altogether. If you could figure out some escape plan to just get Momo away. But actually, that would be a cool moment there, even for Momo. Momo might be like, Shinobu, I don't want to leave. I don't want to retreat. I want to be here. I want to help them out somehow. And Shinobu's like, we got to get you off the island though. You're not safe. I'm like, I can do this. And Shinobu's like, you really are, Odin? son. Yeah. Straw Hats against Big Mom. They kind of won. They took her by surprise. Like, that was certainly, they got off 1 foot forward, right? Just get all the other ones together, get Usopp and Chopper with the Frankie Shogun, and we'll see where this goes. But yeah. You know, even if some of the Straw Hats, like, don't know hockey to actually injure Big Mom, that might not be as big of a concern as you might think. Because, you know, if Jinbei helps out, he knows hockey really well. If Luffy fights for a little bit, or if Yamato fights, you know, they both know hockey. You know, if Zoro or Sanji show up, obviously they could do it. But I think it would mostly be Jinbei. Like, if Jinbei, even with his hockey, and he's like, he just does a vagabond drill, that would leave her defenseless for a moment, and then they could all attack her, right? Or you could split the Straw Hats up, like some of them go and deal with Prometheus. Because I think all it really take to deal with Prometheus is, like, just Jinbei taking some water from the stream and just dousing Prometheus like he did before. You know, because water is his natural weakness because he's a sun, right? So just douse freaking Prometheus. Nami gets Zeus back. You know, have I don't know, Brook use Soul Solid to, like, freeze Napoleon. Like, that's how you have to do this with Big Mom. You have to, like, tactically you can't just go directly at Big Mom and all of her giga. You have to, like, target specifically, like, let's get rid of her homies first. Nami steals Zeus, puts Zeus back in crams him back in the Climatact in the Raw, just like, okay. And then, you know, Prometheus gets doused, and then Napoleon gets frozen, and then it's just Big Mom, and she's still a threat by herself, but you've just, you know, encumbered her severely. And then, you know, Jinbei shows up with the vagabond drill or something, right? So, yeah, let me know how this would go. But yeah, get pumped for the next chapter in 2 weeks. But yeah, get pumped for that. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. This will be Tekking and Barry signing out. Vroom! I just like making the rev sound. I never am interested in, like, driving a motorcycle, but, you know. Vroom!